Yes, you are first, GG. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Awesome to see you. Let's see here. No, we can't do that. Just come on in. I got our guests backstage. We're waiting for some folks to show up here. Hope you're doing okay today. Let's see. All right, there we go. Hey guys, come on in. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Trying to get everything situated. We're having a horrible storm right now, so we've had some power issues. Hey guys, come on in. So let's do it. Hey guys, hey, let's do it. Four Corners, how you doing? How you doing? Come on in and connect with one another, guys. Let's see here. GG, there you go. And Brother Four Corners, there you go. All right. All right, guys. We've got our guests backstage, but we're going to go ahead and let a few of you come in. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. Four Corners, I need to talk to you as well. I'm glad you're here. Nana's Hands, hello. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you being here. All right, guys, as you all know, this is the weekly channel spotlight that we're doing here on Carlos on Call. We're calling it a conversation with Carlos, where we're taking channels that I think should be um, uh, more of a household name, and we're going to make that happen here. So without further ado, we're going to bring on our featured guest today. I've had the liberty to speak with this gentleman for a couple of days now, and I mean he's a great guy from what I see. I enjoy talking to him. He's got a great spirit, great just a great rapport I'm having with him. So guys, we're gonna bring him up. He is Be Ready Today. Right.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
I am awesome, awesome. First, I want to say thank you so much for doing the show.
Oh,
It's an honor to have you. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. But guys, this is Be Ready Today. He's a YouTuber, a man of God, a former serviceman. So I want to thank you for your service. Um,
thank God. You're welcome. Thank you.
yeah, and yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up, please. Thank you, Four Corners, for saying that. The guys, we're having bad storms. I've said that before. The power's been flickering on and off. I'm really not sure, what's going to happen. It's all in God's hands. We're gonna ride with it and have fun today. Um, but we're going to start the interview now. I want to give you ample time and opportunity to let these guys know who you are, who is Be
Yeah.
Ready Today, and what you're bringing to the table. So I'm going to step back and I'm going to give you the floor. Okay,
Yeah, that's all right, man. Well, Carlos, thanks again, man.
not a problem.
This brother. Oh, let's wait. This
There you
brother's
go.
pretty cool, man. Like as you said, we've been speaking on the phone, several times,
Yeah,
and it got to the point one night it was like we just started talking.
yeah.
so, so thank you once again, and folks, for those that have visited my channel already and that are listening to this, guys, thank you so much. God bless you. Uh, my name is uh, my name is Brian from Be Ready Today. I'm in Central Virginia. Um, I have been YouTubing, I guess you can call it, since around August of last year. And my channel, Be Ready Today, is a channel about getting just what it says, being ready today. There's a video that I put out, I think it was September,
Hmm.
excuse me, and it talked specifically about what I was doing, and this is before the pandemic, and it spoke specifically about uh, my attempts to prepare to be ready, both from the standpoint of increasing my self reliance. Um, and you can watch the video, but it's I'm basically, this is who I am. I want
Hmm.
to increase my awareness. I'm former military, former Air Force, but that's a bubble. Times have come now to the point where we need to really take a good focus as to what we're doing
Most
and
definitely.
what's happening today. So I was just increasing my self awareness, and basically, bottom line is I'm trying to increase my capacity to take care of my family. And at that time, it was in the event of a crisis. And bless, man, because I had no idea. The world had no idea that
Right.
something like this was going to happen.
Oh no.
And so in my, so what I did was I put a tent because I needed to get ready if I needed to practice it. So I put a tent on my deck. And so thus started my journey.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I saw that on the description. I was like, I wonder if he really put the tent on his deck. That was awesome.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. What you're going to see coming out pretty soon is going to be so. Long story short, I've had
Mhm.
this tent on my deck since uh, the last part of August, first part of September, and then
Okay.
I made the video. And
Hmm.
so it's the same tent that has been out there since then. And now I need to replace it because it's been through storms,
Yeah.
it's been through snow, actually,
Oh
but
wow.
I actually put a tent on my deck
Hey, that's
because I used to be when I was in the military. I spent some time in Panama, for a few years,
right.
and being in the military was one thing, but because you're controlled and it's
Right.
controlled and everything is basically given to you. All you got to do is do your job.
Correct. Correct.
In this time, you know, the only way to do it is to do it. I don't know how
I
much
like
time
that.
I have to talk about my channel, but
I like
one of the
that.
things that and guys, if you have questions, please let me know. But one of the things I did was this, because I was trying to, and this is not a cliche. It's just this is what I'm doing. Be ready. And there
Right.
was a channel out there because I watched a lot of channels. I've watched, um, Tyler Wood Bushcraft. I watched a young man, Chris Lacurio, by the name of the Wooded Beardsman. And he's huge right now.
Yeah, I've heard
But
of him.
before, when I was getting ready, and guys, thank you, Carlos, for letting me just tell my story.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
No problem. Go
so,
ahead.
but before, I was wanting to learn, and in the military, well, in the Air Force, I didn't necessarily know exactly, well, I knew how to survive. I've been in the jungle, all right, and so,
Mhm.
but it was always controlled. So I wanted to learn, and I was never a Boy Scout. I was a Boy Scout for 3 days, literally, when I was a child. 3 days. That's another story. That might even be a story for another time. But so I was watching Chris McClure,
Mhm.
the Wooded Beardsman, do all of these things, and this is when he had maybe 500,000-600,000 subscribers,
Right.
and he's really open to discussion, and so I instant messaged him, and I said, hey, I am trying to do this thing,
Right.
and can you help me? Can you do some classes? And after having some conversation with him, this is the advice he gave me. He said, well, I can do some long distance learning, but
Right.
in order to do it, you just gotta go and do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just and his words, because we have this idiom, uh, just do it. But for me, what Chris from Wooded Beersman stated, just go and do it, was more poignant. It was like, whoa. So I'm like, okay, so over my journeys, man, I've done a few things, and I guess you can call me I don't know, how can I put it? A homestead prepper.
Hmm.
And now with Gina Payne and Carlos and the van life. So my wife and I are like homestead prepper, wannabe RVing, carrying everything, and being prepared family.
Yeah, yeah. These, I've, like I said, I travel in a few circles here on YouTube, and the van travel community. Those are some of the best people
Oh
I've
my
come
goodness,
across.
man.
I love each and every one of them. They treat you like family.
Yeah.
The first time you get there, they treat you like family. I
Yeah.
love it. I
and
love them.
and I joined Tyler Wood Squad. He's like the first that community was like the first I joined, and there were channels that were subscribing to me from day one. The Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles, Second Star Survival. I mean, and there's a young lady that has always been so encouraging, to me. Called well, her channel is called Nicole O'Leary, and these guys really, they surrounded me, and it's
Right,
like, they encouraged me, and then the the van life,
right, right.
you know, and
Yeah.
now I find this community, it's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
whoa,
There's some awesome communities out there. Now, I want to ask you,
yeah.
now that you've got, you have your YouTube channel. What do you love most about this platform, this position?
Yeah.
What do you love most about it?
Well, this gives you, particularly the YouTube platform. It gives an opportunity for someone to go ahead and provide their viewpoints, and allow those viewpoints to be seen further than just their geographical 30-foot
Right,
area. A lot of people have opportunities, and some people call them soapboxes, and
right,
other people call, I happen to be an ordained minister and former pastor, and those are avenues where you can, stand before people and speak,
right.
and so this platform has allowed me and the millions upon potentially billions of other people to
Yeah,
actually provide their input into life. And some people do it for you know uh, political gain, other people do it for financial gain, and but other people actually do it to help people.
right,
And I think one of the greatest things that I've seen in this with this platform is I'm able to go ahead and help people,
right,
and that's the reason. That's basically the reason why I started, to help myself and to help others. If I can reach just one,
right,
and you guys, I don't want to seem like I'm saying this just to say it, but this is real. This is me, and if I can help one, and that one can help one,
right.
then now that's two people. If that one can help one, and then that one can help two, then we're talking about five. And so it's exponential. And
Yeah,
if we
there
can
you
just help one, and the times have come, and this all of this is, and I'm a pretty funny guy. I mean, what, I call myself funny. I'm a pretty humorous guy,
go. Right.
and but these times are serious,
Oh,
and
most definitely.
this platform is giving an opportunity for leaders and for folks such as us
Right,
to help people at the point of their need.
right,
And that's one thing that's really important for me about this platform. And um, it's really amazing that I can shed some of, I can pour some of what I've been taught,
hmm.
to help people.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's one of the reasons why I started doing this channel spotlight is so that people that may not get their voice or get their point or their position out there, it might give them a chance to.
Yeah.
And someone like you, it needs to be put out
Man.
there. People need to hear this.
Well,
Not
I'm just trying to do God's work,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and I mean not just the gardening or the prepper, that part of it. The other part of it too. Because when it's all said and done, we're gonna have to have our minds and our spirits right. That's
That's
all that
right.
matters. So
That's right.
so I love the fact
Yeah.
that you're bringing both parts of that together.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. I was telling Carlos the other day while we were talking on the phone. We were just talking about my background, and I, and I told him about ministry, and it more specifically that the best sermon you could ever preach is the sermon on how you live life,
Uh,
and that's it's and that's what, and we're not perfect.
right.
I'm not perfect. you know, my
No,
channel isn't perfect, but and I'm the type of person. If you look at my channel, I'm not going to be throwing a whole bunch of Bible verses and slapping you over the head. No, I'm just going to live my life.
right.
I'm going to show what God has placed in my heart, but I'm going to show me and
Yeah.
how I'm being ready, because we all have to be ready.
Well, I always say I wanna be doing it the right way so that someone can see God in me. Not that so much I'm on my pedestal screaming, "Hey, look at me! I'm doing what God wants me to do." I want them to see it. That's how
Yeah,
you know. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so all right. Now, what have you learned most since on your journey? And I know you've learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
But what have you learned most on this journey in your time here at YouTube?
Well,
That's helped you,
so and I've learned a lot, but
right?
if I can say maybe the top two or three things. Number one is uh in terms of my personal growth. I never thought in my wildest dreams that this guy would be growing vegetables and successfully growing vegetables
Yes, yes,
from the seed to eaten. I mean, I could
yeah.
have. I should bring a cucumber over here to let my last harvest.
Those
That's one
cucumbers
thing.
look good.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh
Yes,
yeah. I tell you. But yeah, I've learned that learning new things is a really good thing, especially nowadays, and having to be ready today.
right.
Another thing that I've learned about myself, and I knew this about myself when I was in the military. I was very young. I
Mhm.
was very young. I entered in 1982. I'm probably older than most folks to be honest with this thing right now. 64. But anyway, I've learned that you could never stop learning. And I've learned that you have to continue to learn, to
Right,
adapt
right.
to, the days of where you live, and it's, and there's an opportunity here, especially in these times, because, we have seen in our lifetime so many things, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and
Yeah.
so I've learned that we should take a step back and do some critical thinking and critical observation
Mhm.
about what's going on. That critical thinking, provides you an opportunity to just look at things from what it is, and base what you think about and form your opinion based on
Mhm.
what you see. But that critical observation allows you to take a step back and look at what you observed, and navigate as to how you can get through where you're getting through, or how you have to get through tactfully. And if you look at some of the videos that are out there, people aren't doing anything tactfully. The first thing they want to do is name, call, or label you.
Right.
But when you're doing some critical thinking and then critical observation, it allows you to take a step back and evaluate things and know how to maneuver through them. And that's what I'm actually trying to do here with Being Ready Today. And my wife, she's never been in a tent, other than, we got married in a small tent,
Right. Right. Right.
but from her, she's from the city just like me.
Hmm.
From her not wanting to, you know, uh, start a fire, to now she's out there,
Oh
starting
man.
fires, man, and taking cucumbers and washing them off and just,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah. I
so
saw her.
those are
I saw her helping with the potatoes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah. And so those are the things that I've learned. So I mean, those are just one of maybe, I don't know. I can sit here for what time is it? I have to tell you what I've actually learned.
yeah.
I've learned another thing too, that
What's that?
you absolutely 100% cannot allow one source to be your source of truth,
Okay,
because people, and I don't want to get too deep. I'm just reading myself here, you know,
it's fine.
but quite often we read stuff and we narrow down on something or
Hmm.
someone, and that's the truth that we should to follow. You
Right.
know, always have two or three observations,
Okay.
and then come to your own conclusion. And this is deep, but I'm talking about survival. It's
No,
like,
no. I like it.
you
I
know,
like
I gotta, I gotta be able to survive. You know, what happens when the second wave of the defensive purple people eaters come,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
and defending what they have, you know, it's like, so I don't know. That's just how I feel, man.
That's awesome. Okay, so last question.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for someone that's looking to be more self-sufficient, or maybe live this lifestyle? What could you tell these guys how to start?
Well, it's first of all, I feel very heavily in following your heart, and
Okay.
quite often, um, a lot of us don't follow our heart with what we aspire to be,
Right.
especially in these times where we're influenced on so many different avenues and medias. But my advice is this: as Chris LaClure from Wooded Beersman told me, um, just go and do it. Just go and do it. You know, it's you have to start somewhere. Carlos put on the I think on his preview that I'm a farmer. No, I'm not a farmer. This is how, before I've learned this. This is how I actually got vegetables. Where's my pen? Or where's my credit card? It's like, okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Swipe.
Right. Yeah.
But now it's like, I want to do it. It was in my heart. I'm like, now you got to just go and do it. And think about it.
Right.
Don't wait. You can't wait for
Right.
someone. I mean, you can take advice for people that you trust, and subscribe to places, but in the end, it's on you.
There you go.
So I mean, it's for with significant others. If your significant other isn't on board, okay, well, if you can, if you don't, cause some tension within the family, just go ahead and do it.
There
Start get some holistic, like I did, get some holistic, not holistic, what is it called? Organic
you go.
potatoes from your local market. Let it sit in your cabinet for like 6 weeks. You'll see those little sprouts come out.
Yeah.
Put that thing in a bag and keep covering it. Like, go on the internet and find out, and then
Oh
see,
yeah.
get your own potatoes.
Oh yeah. Oh
You grow your, and this you don't have to have, because I don't have any. I have you guys. If you look at my video, my backyard is just like, or my wife. There are a lot of honeydews, you know, and so it's like my wife is like, okay, you got to clean this place up, But there's a video out there when I was doing the potatoes, and a good friend of mine, Hubert Chan, he was looking at my potatoes, and he was like, I don't garden to, for looks. I garden to eat. So
There you
I
go.
had to, So just do it. And
Yeah.
another thing is seek truth. And it's like, I mean, seeking is not something that you just find out, and it is, but seek truth. I mean, because some of this stuff on the internet is crazy, and other things are spot on. And I guess everything that I'm talking about here is just under the auspice of discernment. You have to have discernment. And the last thing that I wanted, not the last thing, depending on how, whether or not Carlos cuts me off here, but find yourself right with God. And that is one of the most important things, in my opinion, because in the end, if you don't believe in God, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to browbeat you,
Right.
but that's my faith, but find yourself right with who you feel the supreme architect is,
Hmm.
and you get yourself right. I subscribe to the tenets of being a believer, in Jesus Christ, and that's who I believe. That's who I um, put my faith and trust
Hmm.
into. I've confessed with my mouth and believed in my heart that God raised Jesus from the dead. And my belief is God is one God manifested in three: God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and that's my thing.
That's right.
So you have to come to your realization, and if I can give it advice, because once you do that, you find out that not only are you preparing right now to be ready today, but you're also preparing to be who you are in your, in your, I guess, in the end, being on, and having that peace, and that's something that I had to come up with, and not come up with, but do, and I'm still working on this thing, having peace with this, what's happening right now, but I'm drawing on the peace of
Right.
my faith in God, and that's something that I want to tell you this one thing, because we never know what's going to happen here.
Right.
So I told you about Tyler with Bushcraft, and so I got a phone call from him. There was a storm that went through Iowa and through Chicago. That big, I
Right.
forget what it was called. It's a derecho or whatever. It's
Hmm.
like a line of strong winds.
Right.
And so one of the bushcraft community guys jumped online, and then I saw it. I jumped on. He said, "Hey, Tyler, we don't have any power, but we don't have any power, but Tyler lost everything."
Oh no.
And so I got a phone call from him right after it, and he actually, yeah, I mean, so you just never know.
Right.
And but the brother has peace right now. I mean, he's devastated, but the brother has peace. Why? Because he has his faith to draw on, and so that's
Yeah. That,
you
that's
asked, right?
That's everything. No, I would never cut you off
Oh,
for
that's okay.
saying that
That's
last,
all right.
because I feel the same way. And like I said, I'm in a great community where it's God first. And I don't mind someone coming on my show or being on anybody else's show and saying that. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. And there could be somebody out here listening that needed to hear that. You know,
Yes,
they might need
and
to hear that.
yeah, and we need peace. We have to come to our own peace. If we listen to the news, CNN, Drudge Report, and
Right.
I mean, it even hurts this guy sometime, man. Well, a lot. I sit back and I'm like, oh boy,
Yeah.
Lord, what's going on?
Yeah. It's getting
You
rough.
know? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It is, and that's another reason why I'm glad that I've decided to become a homesteader and grow my own food and provide for my family, because
Yeah,
I want my children to learn at an early age you don't have to depend on that grocery store. You
that's
don't have to
right.
depend on them. You can go right in your backyard, get everything we need to survive,
Yep.
and call it done. That means a lot to me. So.
Yeah, one of the folks I knew a long time ago, she had, well, not a long time ago, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. I
Mhm.
fell out of touch with her, but she had in her backyard a 20 by 20 um, uh, piece of land,
Right.
and she grew anything and everything.
Mhm.
And she started it one year, and then it just started to produce.
Right.
And every year, she'll put the trellises up, and they grow and she eats. you know and now fast forward, it's like,
Yeah.
my goodness, I'm looking to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and,
Yeah,
and we just did a video about a little herb garden and a small container garden, and because I want people to understand, you don't have to have a lot of land. I've been blessed to
right,
have a little bit of land here, but you don't have to have a lot of land. You could have
right,
a small patio or balcony in your
right,
apartment. you can grow a lot of food in a small
Yeah.
space. And I just want everyone to understand that. And like I said, when I saw you with those containers and dumping them out with the potatoes, I'm like, look, that's it. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody right there. You can do it. A small space. So I'm glad you had that video up, guys. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out over on Be Ready Today's link.
Thank you so much, man.
He's got a lot of stuff, and the drone footage going up with showing the cucumbers. I'm telling you guys, the guy knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
It's ugly, I tell you, but
Hey,
but it's getting food. I got some footage coming up now about not only the series of coming up and going, showing my garden on how it looks now. But
hey,
I mean, it's looks gloomy, but you dig up in there, man, and I'm producing food. I just pulled off a squash, and then also I'm going to show again. Some people don't really know how to set up a tent. I did, but it's like I got to create a makeshift shelter. Let's go get a tent and set it
right.
up, break it down, set it up. And now my wife can go set it
See,
up.
and that's what it's all about.
And so I'm going to show another video about how brittle the rain, what is it called? The rain fly got over the
Mhm.
last, 10 months, 11 months,
Okay. All
and
right.
how we got to replace it because I'm feeling right now, I'm never going to be, I'm going to try my best not to be without a tent.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah.
Now, if people wanted to reach out to you, how often do you drop videos?
Oh boy, it's because I do have a full-time job,
Right.
but and my hat is off to uh, this brother right here, because I see the videos, and my hat's off to everyone that is subscribed to his channel and my channel. First of all, thank you. Um, and I watch as many channels as I can, and I subscribe to as many. It is really hard, and so what I'm attempting to do is a dropping a video maybe once to twice per week.
Okay.
What I don't want to do is I don't want to just put stuff out there just to say I put it out there, because contrary to the way my backyard looks, you know,
Hey.
I'm kind of a perfectionist wannabe, but I have to remember in my heart and in my mind that perfection is not being 100% on everything. It's being sufficient, and that's what the word tells us. Perfecting the faith is being proficient, and so I'm trying to do that in my quest. And so once once a week, twice a week, I'm going to be getting a lot more content. I have a lot of videos that I'm really sitting back on. It's like,
Right.
it's like, oh boy.
Hopefully after this, I mean, I'm telling you, because we're going to keep not only today, next couple shows, we're going to continue to drop the link.
Thank you so much. Thank
Drop
you.
another promo.
And I'm going to do the same.
We're gonna send people over there. So go ahead and get those videos ready. That way people have something to see.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, it's very, very interesting, uh, good and real content that he's got over there, guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank
So
you.
go over, make sure you go over and check him out.
If I can do it, you can do it. I tell
Oh,
you.
oh yeah, oh yeah, most definitely,
you
most
know.
definitely. Now, do
And
you
there's some other things that I'm doing on, because it's a whole part of being ready. It's not just, it's mind,
have?
body, spirit, and also society. I have a. If you look at my channel, I did an interview with a real old, a good friend of mine called Matt Jackson. He's a former Harlem Globetrotter,
I did catch.
and he showbiz. If you look him up, he was inducted into the Globetrotter Hall of Fame. Out of the 90 years, there's only 30 people, 30 something people, but I'm doing some things with him related to just being ready today and how you deal with society. He's had, well, in our family circle, we've had so many people that have been lost to this disease,
Right.
to COVID-19, and
Yeah, it's horrible.
there are people, he's just lost. I mean, just devastated by the loss, and so that's part of what my channel is about, helping people. And there's several videos that I haven't released that I'm hopefully, prayerfully, I'm going to go ahead and release those,
Okay.
along with other interviews. And and on top of, I got another batch of seeds that I'm working to
Okay.
to work, through in these bags to see if it happens. So yeah, so a lot of things to come. And thank you, man, so much. I'm floored with just the support, man.
No,
You
no,
know, I
it's not a problem. If I see a channel that deserves it, I am going to push, push, push because I feel like we're here to help each other.
yeah, we are.
If we're not here to help
Yeah,
each other, then what's the point of being here? You know,
right,
that's how I feel.
right. And and it's something that um, I was speaking about this earlier, where you have to have that discernment, do that critical thinking and observation as to who gives you advice. I've had videos because there are other people on the internet that know I'm a former I'm a minister,
Right.
ordained minister, and former pastor, and then there's some uh, um, other channels that I subscribe to that are hilarious, and some of them are, yeah, you can say that some of them can go a little over the top,
Hmm.
and so someone told me, well, you know what, you shouldn't be watching that stuff, and you be ready today because you are who you are. And I'm like, well, Jesus, sat with anyway, you have to be who you are and be ready today, because you're going to hear stuff. We're in the society, but I subscribe to what the word says about being in the world but not of the world. We still got to live, and we still got to watch this stuff.
Right.
I mean, because you have to critically observe, because you know what, the whole thing is, this is not in the Bible, but eat the meat and spit out the bones. But but this is an opportunity for us to connect and be ready as a community,
Hmm.
helping each other, and this is awesome.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Guys, if you want to see more of Be Ready Today, there's the link up on the screen right now. Go check it out. I think we've got a few people in here. If you've been over already, if you would please go ahead and put a one in the chat for me so that I know you've been there. And also hit the thumbs up button for the host, not so much for me. YouTube likes it.
Thank you.
But so we've got through that. But I want to go ahead. If you want to speak to more of the spiritual part of the Be Ready Today, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean,
We're
well,
here, and
yes.
I'd love to hear more.
Oh, to God be the glory, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, as many um, people that I gain from this, I'm probably gonna lose just as many, just because I'm sharing my faith. But you know what? To God be the glory.
Okay.
We talk about gardening.
Mhm.
The words specifically speaks about the seed. Sowing that seed. A workman comes and throws the seeds out.
Mhm.
And some of the seeds take root. And some people come and water it. And others might die, but only God gives the increase. And so this is what I'm talking specifically about. That this is a help that we can give. That young lady, I don't remember her name. I don't know if she's here, but she was singing the gospel music.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't remember her name. What do you call it? Knitting? No, 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 no. Crochet
Crocheting.
something.
Yeah.
Crochet. Yeah, um, her sharing her faith and it being an encouragement.
Mhm.
Those are the type of things that we should do. And if you look at the seed, the sower and the seeder, and the seeder and the sower, it wouldn't happen unless someone went ahead, got the seeds, and dropped them.
Mhm.
And then some watered the seeds,
Right.
because her video, her live cast was like watering the seeds. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
But in the end, God will give the increase.
There you go.
And so we can't worry about, I can't worry about, a lot of times, we get hung up with what people think about us
Mhm.
right now. It's like, maybe I'm a little too old, man. I'm on the upswing now. You guys saw my show. I'm on the upswing of 60, man. And,
Right.
it's like, and I'm still in the professional life. So I have to say, be careful what I say, who I say it to, and
Right.
who I associate with, because it'll impact my job,
Right.
but we have to go ahead and if we, and it's not, we don't have to browbeat, but we have to go ahead and just be who we are.
Yeah.
And God wants us, the Bible is, inspires us and compels us
Right.
to go and make disciples of people. And it's not a thing that you go out and just, I could tell you a little bit about myself. My mother, she's passed away back in 78.
Hmm.
And my father passed in 1969, but she was an evangelist. And I
Okay.
used to go out on the street with her. I was a child. I was,
Yeah.
and they had like these, it wasn't electric bullhorns, but there were these cones,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they would talk through these cones. It was during the summer, because winter in New York was very cold.
Hmm.
But that was a part of seeding, you know, and some of it took root, others didn't. But
Right.
we have to do what God has put in our heart. And then another thing is, if you're not certain who you are,
Hmm.
especially as it relates to Christ, I subscribe to giving your life to Christ, giving your life to Jesus Christ. And I didn't know I was going to be preaching here, but
No. No. No.
I,
No.
I'll, I'm over. I'm always ready to preach.
Hey, I'm old
You know,
school, and if
you know.
I believe that if God takes you in that direction, then we have to step back and let Him lead.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, God has put him on my heart. There might be someone
There you go.
listening to this, and it's probably gonna be dropped off. Somebody may drop off, and someone may pique their ear. He
That's
that has an ear, let him hear. But if there's someone that is tottering on that disaster, someone that doesn't have that peace,
hmm
I subscribe to the Bible. I subscribe to the Word of God. I am a believer. Some people say Christian, and it's okay, but other people say believer. I am a believer. I am a believer. And if you having just even if your mind has that doubt,
hmm
do some constructive, some critical thinking and some critical observation, and look at where you are,
I
and
love
and know that this is not the end. This is just a stepping stone
it.
to something greater, regardless. So, my whole entire life is dedicated to Christ. You know, and I'm not going to sit over here like this is the first time I've said this, all of this, online. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
And if you're teeter-tottering with disaster,
Hmm.
you're teeter-tottering with the peace that goes, beyond all understanding.
Hmm.
Do some critical thinking, do some critical observation of the man they call Jesus Christ, the Messiah. The Bible says, that, and someone may not agree with this, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, that for God so the word says in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him will
Hmm.
not perish, but will have everlasting life. But it goes on to also say that God did not send his son to the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. And that safety is the peace that we'll have to know that if there is a D Rancho that comes through the house and
Hmm.
rips everything out, yes, it might hurt a little bit, but know that if something happens to you, the next place you'll be, because you accepted Jesus Christ as your Savior. You believe in Jesus Christ, that God raised Jesus. You believe that God raised Jesus from the dead, and you've
Hmm.
confessed with your mouth and believe in your heart that if that Del Rancho or that what do you call it, the tornadoes come through or hurricanes,
Yeah.
it's like, well, man, I'm scared, but you could take that deep breath and have faith and be at peace, because you know what? I'm ready, Lord.
Yeah.
You know, and know that while things are happening, we have to be ready, because there's a time where you have to get off your knees and work.
Right.
But that's
No, no,
so
no, no.
yeah.
You're talking to somebody today. You're talking to somebody, and I'm going to be honest. The questions had stopped a while back, but
Oh,
God
yeah.
dropped like, hey, He was like, hey, do not stop this. Go ahead and continue on.
Well,
That's why I love the fact. I can tell that you've done this before. You're rolling with me, and I love it. So yeah, if you've got a word, keep going. I'm not.
well, that's my word. That's my word. Seek, just seek. peace.
Hmm.
And you know, and it's like, you know, you can hear all the evangelists on the internet, and you know, they'll, you know, it's like this. You gotta seek peace. You gotta have peace, and there is peace through Jesus Christ. You know, there is peace through God.
Amen.
And you know, do your critical observation actually of your faith. You know,
Hmm.
do your critical observation and your critical thinking about where you are in your faith and how it speaks to your heart. Um, and then make your choice. Then make your choice. You know, you know, I'm not the person to throw Bible verses out. If you talk to any other people that have spoken with me, both in this venue and, you know, it's like, you know, Brian, you know, he's not going to be, you know, throwing stuff at you, but
Hmm.
I'm going to tell you what I feel to be true. You know, and that's another thing. You know, seek truth.
Yeah.
You know, seek truth, seek it. You know, don't just believe it, but seek it. And you know, as you know, for me and my house, like the word says, we're going to serve the Lord as much as,
Man.
yeah. So that's my word for today, man. I didn't even know I was going to be
I
preaching
love.
today, but
I'm
there's
sorry.
always a word in my. No,
I,
don't, no, wait, don't apologize. You know,
yeah.
actually, I say thank you, because you have provided an opportunity for me to minister to people that, you know, I would never meet. You know,
And I
so
feel honored to have you here.
to
And
God be the glory. And if you don't mind, I'll come back and have you on my channel as well.
oh, most
And
definitely,
you know,
most
and
definitely.
yes,
Guys in the chat, if there's anyone out there that has any questions for our
yes,
guest,
absolutely,
go ahead and throw them up. I see
yes.
we have God's Girls Creation here. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Sister Gigi, for helping. Um, let's see.
I can't. Let me see. I'm trying to look at the new comments.
Yeah, you take a minute
Okay.
and go back if
Oh.
we need to. Rideshare Trickster, thanks for coming in. And if I didn't speak to anyone that came in, I kind of got involved in the talk there, and I probably overlooked you, and I apologize, but I thank you all so much for coming in. There's the link there for our guest today. Please go over, show some love and support. You won't regret it. Hello at Crafts by the Rose. How you doing, sister? Good to see you in the building. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and put it up for our guests.
And you can ask anything. I mean, you know, if your moderators allow it, I'll you can ask anything. And
Uh,
I'm kind of tough. I'm a little tenderhearted, but I'm a little.
Okay, Four Corners report says, B, where are you from? I think that's what they were trying to.
Oh, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh wow, Brooklyn, New
Yep,
York. Okay.
Brooklyn. Yep. I mean, I
Awesome.
think, yeah. I don't know how I was thinking about shirt. I normally wear some type of stuff on my off time, you know. But
Yeah,
you
Four
know, but yeah,
Corners. He said Brooklyn, New York.
yep,
He resides on the East Coast now, but he is from Brooklyn, New York.
yep, yep.
Okay. Do you have any more questions? Crafts by the Rose is saying hi to the saving space. Um, Guys, we all know he has. There's the link for the YouTube channel. Do you have any other socials? Be ready. Do you have a?
No, nothing that well, I have a Twitter, but I'm still getting accustomed to Twitter.
I
I
am.
actually I subscribed as Be Ready Today,
Hmm.
and then there was a Be Ready Today 1 that came up and a Be Ready Today 2 that came up.
Okay.
And then by the time I got, and I didn't do those, but it was actually pointing back to my email. And so by the time I got to it, I already had, like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 subscribers. So I had to delete those and have a Be Ready Today 3 on the Twitter on Twitter. You know, I also have a Facebook. However, I don't really use Facebook too much. And so, but right now, my main social media platform is the Be Ready Today.
Okay. Thank you, Four Corners, for dropping that link again for anyone new that just came.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
14 amazing channels here in the chat. And
Oh, wow. Awesome.
some have come and gone, but
Yeah.
they all have went over. So guys, please go over to the link and support our guests. And like I said, you won't regret it. He will come back to you. Let's see here.
Oh, Thomas Jordan. I'm looking at the chat now. I can finally see him. Thank you very much, Thomas Jordan. You've been following me for a couple of months. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Telling you, and I talked to some people that had left comments on my video when I put it up, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah, I know him." And I was like, "Oh really? Okay." So yeah, people are going over, and people are seeing that you have good content. See, it's one thing to have something on here. There's another thing to have something on here that's good content that will bring people back, and that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. That's what you need to be making.
And it's difficult. I
It
mean,
is.
it takes hours. I
Yeah.
mean, to make a 4 or 5 minute video, that's just not, I mean, I got, if someone wants just video, I have like, several hours of just stuff. But just to get you, it takes a lot. So my hat's off to all of the content creators that are on here, and for those that are on YouTube, but and considering content, if you're okay with your some of what privacy being pulled away, do it. Be careful. Be careful with the information that you put out there. I tell you, be careful. I've had situations where I have actually been threatened,
Yeah.
and I don't even know the folks.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because my hair or my looks or because my vampire teeth, my canine, I don't know. But,
Yeah, I have to. I have to.
yeah.
Guys, please only one emoji per statement there. Don't put two emojis in the chat, please. I don't want Big Brother YouTube to come down on me, please.
Oh, I didn't know that. If
Oh
you do
yes,
that,
yes.
oh
Only two, and there's certain words that you can't say either. Nothing
yeah,
edited. Thank you so much for coming. And we had a question back up here. I want to get back.
okay.
Okay, Will It Grow? I'm not sure if you know Will It Grow. He was a
Yes,
guest.
I do.
Yeah.
Will Grow, how you doing? I
Yeah.
subscribe to his channel. Oh,
Yeah.
did I say S? Oops,
Oh,
the
that's
S word.
fine. I think
So
you can say it just as long as
okay,
they don't type it out.
okay. I
But
subscribe to his channel. Yes.
okay. Will It Grow says, when it comes to cucumbers, do you have a trellis or do you just let them sprawl?
Well, at first I found out, and it's something that I learned that
Hmm.
originally I have a galvanized steel trough, and it's 6 feet by I don't know 3 feet, and I put 10 cucumber seeds in it and 10 squash.
Okay.
Well, and so you're learning about what you're talking about here, Will. And so there was a channel that I subscribe to called Quebec Homestead,
Hmm.
um, and she's not just she's a permaculture,
I
and
got
so, I mean, she's just her channel's awesome. She and her fiance,
it. Right.
but she said, "Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in that trough." I'm like, okay, but it started growing.
Right.
And at first, I did not have a trellis. And I learned very quickly that cucumbers are extremely aggressive. They go everywhere and they take up a lot of they matter. They have space, they're heavy, they have weight and take up space basically. And so what I did was recently, like I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I went ahead and purchased a trellis on one side of my raised bed, and then I very gingerly maneuvered some of the cucumbers to that trellis. So now, note to self: when I do this again, I'm going to have a trellis, and from the start, because I learned that those they're both running plants, but
Hmm.
this is my experience, Will. So the squash grow kind of straight up, and then they kind of branch off. But these cucumbers, they just love, and I love how it's made, and how God made them where these little
The run.
things come
Yeah.
out of is that the color runners?
I
They
believe.
seek out and they grab, and then they take a hold, and then it grows up, and so Yeah, I'm long story short, I put a trellis up and I'm going to be doing that long term.
Yeah, I love to watch them run up. They practically train themselves, and they just go right
Yeah,
up. I love that.
yeah. I'm
Uh,
having problems with them right now because they're kind of dying or they're looking yellow.
uh
But the cucumbers are still producing like crazy, but
Well, that's fine, Crafts by the Rose. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. Hopefully, you'll get to feeling better. We'll be
oh,
praying for you. Uh,
yes,
but yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to conversate, that's fine.
understood.
I appreciate you being here. Um, Four Corner says I grow my cucumbers in 5-gallon buckets and then I hang them up and let them grow.
Oh,
That's
hmm.
yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, up. Well, you hang them and then let them just grow down like that.
Believe, yeah, just hang them and then let them run down.
Interesting.
I guess, and
Yeah,
yeah, so the bucket would support the weight. I have to look into that. Will it grow?
interesting.
Says yes. Trellis is the name. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So,
tendrils. Tendrils is the name. Uh,
okay,
the little thing.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rideshare Trickster. I saw that comment that you had back a few moments ago, and I'm not real sure what you were meaning. So if you want to come up and discuss something, that's cool. We'll bring you up in a little bit because right
Yeah.
now I want to finish out with our guest here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see it. I'll drop the link in a minute. Rideshare. And you can come up. Nothing edited said put some Epsom salt around the cucumber plant and then water it about a
Oh,
tablespoon. But now mine have turned yellow, and I've heard that it's just been extremely hot this summer, and it's
yeah.
just cooking them. I mean, it's really really hard to keep the cucumbers healthy. My tomatoes have done great. Everything else has done great.
Hmm.
Those cucumbers, they're suffering. They are suffering.
Well,
They're
are they producing?
They are, but nowhere near what they should be.
Yeah,
It's they're suffering bad.
yeah.
They really are. Yeah, thanks for dropping Crafts by the Roses link, guys.
Epsom salt.
Go ahead
Okay,
and
Epsom salt.
continue connecting with one another, guys. I appreciate everybody doing it the right way tonight. That means the world to me. That way I can focus on our guest. Like I said, I wanted to give him ample time and opportunity. But guys, you see the link on the screen. His name is Be Ready Today. He has a wonderful YouTube channel. I want everyone to go over and connect with him. Do it as a personal favor to me. He's an all-star in my opinion, and he is the channel to watch, guys.
To
I'm telling
God be the glory.
you, he
Thank
is
you,
the channel
Carlos, so
to
much.
watch. He's the channel to watch. Um, Be Ready Today. I appreciate you being here today.
I
Uh,
appreciate you having me, man.
Actually run over our time,
Oh,
and
oh, my goodness,
I
that's
think
right.
it's fine. That's fine. That's
That's
fine.
right.
The spirit took over, and we just let it go, and that's how.
I remember looking and seeing 628,
Yeah,
and now you said that it's like, oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
fine. That's fine. That's fine, brother. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the fellowship. I appreciate the word
To
because
God be the glory, man.
when you came today, you didn't just come with the interview. You came with a full package, and you gave it to us. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best interviews I've ever had. I've done
Oh,
some podcasts. I've got my own podcast, and I've done some of that. But this is one of the best interviews I've ever had. I
well,
appreciate it.
to God be the glory, and to God be the glory. That's
Yeah.
all I say. Thank you so much, man, for
Yes, sir.
having me, and
Yes, sir.
thanks, folks, for the ones that stayed and for the ones that came by,
Yeah.
and thank you for allowing me to share a little bit of a little part of who I am and my faith and my green thumb. Well, the thumb that's trying to be green.
No, 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 no. You're not trying. You're doing some good things over there. You're doing some really good things.
Okay, great, man.
But we will definitely have you back on the show, guys. Once again, Be Ready Today. Go over, check his link out, check his channel out. Become family with him. Don't just go over there and check it out because I asked you to. Go over there and become family. Go over there and watch some videos. Check him out, see what he's
Thank
about. And I promise you won't regret it. Be Ready Today. Thank you so much for joining us.
God bless, brother. Y'all be safe here.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. I'm going to leave the link up there so that everyone can continue connecting with him if they want to. Mr. Popzilla, thank you for coming in the building. No, you're not too late. We are still on, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Nothing edited. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you. I know you got to go get supper going. Ride Share, are you still in the building, my friend? I hope that you are. Ride Share Trickster, are you still in the building? Will it grow? You're amazing. Thank you for showing up today. And I saw that picture, Will It Grow, of that sunflower. Oh my goodness, that thing is, oh my God, that thing is crazy. I don't know what you're doing up there to it, but keep going. Ride Share, are you there? He is. This thing has a small delay. I apologize, guys. Let's see here if I'm technical enough to do this. Yeah, this has been amazing, guys. We had an amazing guest today. It went very well. I'm so thrilled. Thank you all for going over. There's the link, Ride Share. So if you want to come on up, and so I'm not sure what you were saying earlier, but I'll give you a chance to come up. Guys, still connect with one another if you're not family. 11'8". See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That thing was humongous. Yeah, we're gonna wait for Ride Share to come up. Guys, we've got 3 videos actually getting ready to come out in the next week or so. We've got a hot wing challenge. We've got our herb garden and our small container garden videos that are coming out at the end of this week. So guys, please check it out. And we've got another all-star in the building. We've got Rideshare Trickster.
Oh man, I come second to you, Carlos. Man, you're the. Remember, this is your channel. And you're the star to get this camera set up here. Still not used to doing these Streamlabs yet. There we go.
You're getting it. Hey, Lindar, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming. Okay, now what were you saying earlier? I kind of saw it and I didn't see it, but I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. So
no, not at all. So let me introduce myself to the family. My name's John, aka Rideshare Trickster. I'm a former LA County first responder. I do rideshare for Lyft and Uber, which is the get here and there kind of stuff using our personal cars. And I met Carlos on the Triple C and Joe show, which is I'll let him, because they pushed me over 1K, and Carlos was in on it, and everybody was so. I was so close, and I've been so close for so long. It was right here, and everybody else helping me out. And but anyway, I came across something last night, and as a rideshare, a glorified taxi driver, we see a lot. I mean, you see the good, you see the bad. I mean, you don't know who's going to get into your car now, and you don't know what the conversation is going to be. But the gentleman, the young man I had in my car last night, really like I said, I come from Italian heritage, so I'm not stumped real easily. But he said something, and I'm going to put a quote unquote for your viewers. Now, there's no cussing or anything like that, but with everything that's going on today, this young man brought up something. I trust your opinion, Carlos, and if I could have gotten in on TC's streams last night, I would have done that too. So, male African American, he's 19 years old, kid's working his way through community college. He's got a girlfriend. My respect. As soon as he got into social media, so I looked at it. So here we go. And again, this isn't. Carlos knows me, so I'm not here to stir anything up. He said, I saw something on Facebook, and my friend said, and I didn't get it, and blah 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 blah. He said, the difference between BLM and KKK is black and white. Okay, that's pretty powerful. It's short, but it's a lot. And then I thought about it, and then he says, but then he said, but are they really different? Is it really black and white, except for the play on words because of the systemic racism that everybody is. It kind of caught him off guard because he didn't know how I was going to react to it. And I
Mm-hmm.
just simply told him, I said, you know what? Let me ask you a question, my friend. I said, when you cut your, what color do you bleed? He said red. I said, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes us different in some way? But we all bleed red. And that's just kind of an old school thing I grew up with. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
it spun me to have a 19-year-old say something like that and then go, I get it, the difference is black and white, but very different because of everything that's going on with BLM and the protests and systemic racism and you know in that job in that as to what I say. I can't see what's going on in the chat, unfortunately. It
You
really.
can't
Let me
see
see if I
that?
can. Hold on a minute. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Okay, I can see it will grow. Foreman, aka. Okay, how
Yeah,
you guys doing? I'm sorry, Carlos caught me
that's
off
fine.
guard.
That's
So,
fine.
so what do you think of that, Carlos?
Well, I feel, and there's a slight buffer, guys, from rideshare. So everything's fine. Just stay there. But I feel that you're right. Everybody is the same color. I've had friends, and family for that matter, from both sides. I try not to look at color. I try to raise my children to not even see color, even though we're growing up in, they're growing up in the time that in which they are with everything that's going on. I still want them to at first look at a person's character, look at a person, for who they are, not for what they look like. That's how my parents raised me, and that's how I'm going to raise them. But you know, you're always going to, and I don't like to get too political and everything. But you're always going to have people that feel, that feel that way, that feel that, you know, these groups are the same and or in many ways, and that they're different in many ways. But I just look at it as if the issues that brought all of this about, if it had not been done that way in the first place, if people have been doing their jobs and living right and doing right in the first place, then we wouldn't even be having these conversations or going in this direction.
I agree.
People have to look inside and see, what's wrong with them before they start looking for what's wrong with everyone else.
Right.
Um, it's
Well,
it's just it's a bad time right now. Go ahead.
you can point at somebody else, but there's three more fingers pointing back at you.
There you go.
And like I said in triple, I said, people like to, they don't want to take responsibility. I'm old school. I'm 52 years old, and
Mhm.
I mean, my godfather is African American. My wife is Hispanic and German. Uh, my children, my children's godfather is Filipino. I mean, there are no racial. There shouldn't be a racial division. There shouldn't be racial lines. We are all created equal. And did any who, where what happened to that? Where did that go? I didn't see anybody erase that. I didn't see that taken out
Yeah, the
in his
media.
own kind.
Yeah, when you got like the media and all these other special interest groups pushing their agendas and everything, firing a lot of this stuff up, it's going to be kind of hard to get people to 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 do things the right way. It's a real it's a real sticky situation. But yeah, you know, we all bleed the same blood. We all breathe the same air. We're all from the same creator, in my opinion. And I feel that once everybody realizes that, or you know, that's the topic of discussion, then you know, we're going to always have problems.
Right. And you know, like I said, I grew up in a household with police, with fire department. Like I said, as a former medic, and you know, when I'm out working as a first responder, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't look at a person and go, "Oh, they're a crackhead. Oh, this person's this. Oh, this person's of this ethnicity. This person's of this ethnicity." Get back into my paramedic unit, and I'm just going to drive off, and we'll let the next person deal with them. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
The protests, and you know, we all know systemic racism's been around for, and it's going to keep going around. And
Yep.
I'm all about it. I'm all for, you know, not having to be afraid to drive because of your skin color or the type of vehicle you drive or the area that you drive in. You know, and that is.
Can someone please run Crafts by the Roses link for me, please?
So you know, I don't know. It really threw me to hear. You know, if that had been somebody that was, you know, 30, 40, 50, you know, my age, saying, hey, you know, well, this is what I think about this, and you know, what's the difference? And okay, well, you know what, and the tone, it would have been a lot different. But
Right.
coming from a young man who you know, just out of being a teen, my opinion, he's got a really good head on his shoulders, and I look forward to running into this person again. Is really concerned about that, being, you know, an African American here in the United States, and questioning, you know, what's the difference. Is it just blew me away. So I wanted to, I just thought that was a good point. Maybe I'll do a live stream, a topic of discussion, and go, okay, guys, you know, what is it? Or, you know, you can take it from here, Carlos, because
Yeah.
and I was so spun by what this young man had said, and yet to hear the way he speaks and to listen to the tone of his voice, and the, you know, you don't demand respect, you command respect. You have to earn it.
Right.
And this kid had it 5 minutes after he was in my car. You know, he was just on it, and I felt bad. I just didn't know where to go. So
Well, no, I appreciate you bringing it up.
your
Like I said,
turn.
this definitely may be a topic of discussion for a future show. And I would love to have you come back up and tackle it with me, because it's not going to go away, and it doesn't need to be swept under the rug either.
No, we
we-
don't.
we-
That's, you know, that's why I'm glad you invited me on, and that's why I was asking about you chat, because
Mhm.
like I said, it really caught me off guard. And in order to do that, you've got to come up with something that I really haven't had, you know, dealt. My whole life has been dealing with the public. I've been a public servant, and my dad, and you know, it just goes, you know, it moves forward. My old for the city, so you know, you could see that flow.
Mhm.
We're out to make our communities better and to help the people that live in the community. It just blew my mind, and you know, I well, you were the first person that was live that I really follow. So, and you invited me on. So, sorry, man, if I dug this one a little deep, but
No.
it really concerned me. It really did, because it was a shame that that's my son. That's my oldest son, Philip, that just walked by.
Hello, Philip.
Really proud of him. Lost Carlos. There he is. Oh no, he's.
Yeah, you're buffering a little bit there. Are you there?
Oops. Hold on. Let's
Are
see
you
what's
there?
happening here. I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
Every now and then you keep going in and out, but we've been on so well over an hour now, so we're probably gonna get ready and wrap this episode up. But I do appreciate you coming up, everybody. If you are not connected with Rideshare Trickster, go over and connect with him. He is a good friend of mine. We've never met face to face, but he is my friend. So go over.
Family,
What?
brother.
Okay,
Family.
we are family. That's right. That's
I'm gonna have to cut him short real quick. I have to correct Carlos, and I'm gonna take advantage of this because you don't get to correct Carlos.
Oh my goodness.
I
Go ahead.
did a quick live stream. There was a fire that was relatively
Yeah,
close, and it was
yeah.
a brush fire.
I saw
And
that.
when I say family, I mean family. Just because this guy was trying to text me, this guy was shooting at me through emails. He wanted to know if I was okay. He wanted to know if it was my house. He wanted to know, all that stuff. And it said brush fire. I mean, yeah, Carlos is a friend, but he's also a part of my extended family, and that's the way. And that, if you're a content creator and you're doing a YouTube channel like Carlos is or like I am, this is what makes it happen or makes it fall apart. Is the people that you keep in your circles, the people that you stay in contact with,
That's right.
because I met Carlos. I met the triples. I met Dana and Joe through Brenda Land.
Brenda Land. Yeah.
And then I met Brenda Land through a friend that I met doing rideshare. So I went from driving somebody to ending up
We're buffering again.
coincidence, maybe. Now, no, absolute blessing. So, Carlos, I'm gonna let you go. Get you back to your show. Let you do your thing. You are family. You're my brother, and I love you for everything, and especially for making sure that myself and my family was okay when I threw that live stream out. People that are watching, you guys, we need to get him monetized so we can throw him those little happy face stickers.
Oh man.
But just you are the company you keep. And negativity breeds negativity, positivity breeds positivity, and brings positivity. If you want to grow with the right people, and I'll be a testament. This man right here is awesome, and in the YouTube platform is awesome, and he'll tell you more about it. Carlos, my brother, thank you so much again for having me up here. I would love to chop it up with you again on that topic because I know that's really touchy, and I'm the same as you. I don't like to get into that political arena. But this was a very young man. I wasn't gonna attempt it until I had something that was, that had a good foundation to build on. So take off, and as my closer is be safe, be professional, keep it real, everybody. Drive on, pray on, support us. I will catch you in the next stream. God bless you. And again, thank you so much. Like I said, we may be a couple thousand miles apart, but this man was asking me how my family over 1,000 miles away based on a simple live stream that I just happened to catch. So this man's got a character. He's got a heart of gold. And God bless you for that. God bless you all. And thank you so much again for Carlos for having me up here. You look like you're falling asleep, man.
No. I am tired. Don't get me wrong. I am tired, but no. I'm still here, and I love you. And like I said, that was like I wasn't thinking, hey, I don't really know this guy or anything like that. I was like, okay, is that his house? Oh God, I got I just started reacting, and I was like, I got to find out. I'm going to keep on messaging or emailing or something until you let me know something, and that's kind of what I did. So, but That's
one of
just
the texts or emails you sent me was, "Are you okay? Do you need my help?"
yeah.
Over 1,000 miles away, and this guy was willing to do whatever it took to offer me some type of help in any way he could do it. So don't look at it as we're just conversing on a a frequency. We
Right.
have we and make them last, because these are people that will always be there for you, and as well as you be there for them. If
Right.
we could, if the media would post, do news stories on what's going on right now, this world would be an awesome place.
Oh yeah.
So, Carlos, again, God bless you. In the show tonight, I am working. I work from 8 p.m. till 4 a.m. So it's a
Okay.
long night. But
Oh yeah.
God bless you. God bless everybody that's watching. Thank you for sticking around and letting me blah blah blah. I'm Italian. I could keep
It's all
going if
good.
you want.
It's all good. But be
So
safe tonight out there. And like I said, when I come back up and you're in the chat, I'm definitely gonna bring you up regardless. So that's how we roll. We are family, and I love you too.
I appreciate that, and we'll get that state. I'm gonna try to do a little research on it too, and because I think that's a good topic,
Oh
especially
yeah.
for the younger generation now. So everybody, be safe. Thank you very much. Much love.
All right. Bye. Okay, guys. I appreciate you all sticking around. We actually had a great show today. Great guest. Be ready today. I'm so thrilled that he came through and did what he did and said what he said. That was awesome. Four Corners, God's Girl Creation, um, Mrs. Carlos on call, aka the Saving Space. Thank you all so much for doing what you did in the chat, for being my mods. That meant the world to me. You guys just jumped right in there and took over. We're going to go live again on Friday. Friday night. And also, guys, before you go, our giveaway still going on. We're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. Go over to the channel and it'll say Amazon gift card giveaway is for $50. We will be doing a live that night on September the 1st. So make sure you're entered. There's a few things you have to do to be entered, but go over, check that video out, get yourself entered. September the 1st, we will be going live. And there'll be other door prizes as well. So if you don't win the 50, you'll have a chance to win everything else. Right here, Trickster says I'll be there in 15 hours. Oh, yeah, he is. He is Four Corners. He's family, and you are family as well. You're all family, especially for coming in here and supporting us like this. But guys, please, before you leave, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Go over to the channel. We are trying to get monetized, guys. So if there is someone that can run the playlist, please run the playlist or support the channel in any way you can, guys. I'm not looking for big superstar channels. I'm looking for channels that are just like us to bring up here and put the spotlight on them and bring them some more family. So I love you all. Thanks again for coming. Will it grow? You too, sir. Stay safe. I love you all. As always, keep God first, and thanks for tuning in to Carlos on Call. Bye, guys.